Over the last 6 years, we have helped a ton of people move from huge cities into Orange County and surrounding areas. And in this video, I'm going to break down why those people are choosing to move from a big city into Orange County specifically. And if that is you, this is going to be a ton of takeaways because we have helped a lot of people move from all over the place. So we're going to break down the trade-offs, the pros and cons, and all those different things from some of the major big cities into Orange County. If you're new to the channel, my name is Christian Stubbs. I'm the founder of Onyx Homes, and we are a real estate sales team that helps people move all over Southern California. We've helped almost 1,000 people move just since year 2020. And we make this content to give you as much information as possible, hopefully make your next move a little bit easier. And a ton of those have been people looking for our help to help move into Orange County from a big city, hence all this data. Now, there are a lot of different reasons why people are leaving big cities in search of a place like Orange County, but a few, just for example, are New York, Chicago, Miami, Los Angeles is a huge one, San Francisco, San Jose, Portland, Seattle, right? Those types of areas, we have seen a massive influx of people that want to live in Orange County. Now, why are they leaving in the first place? Well, I mean, I can't speak too much to the city feel, but Orange County has a very different vibe than a city does. Now, I will tell you what they say they are looking for, which you might be in the same boat. If you're watching this video, you probably are at least thinking about it, or you're trying to figure out where to move. So the reason most people are looking to move to Orange County from a big city is they want safety, they want suburbs, they want good schools, and they want a community feel. If you think about a city overall, wherever you're at, whether it's be New York, Boston, doesn't matter, is you are pretty much going to be lacking those four things collectively. Now, the other part of this is the city that they live in might have a pocket of town that has a little bit of that feel, right? That has good schools, that is really safe, that has a community feel that's not so much city as it's more suburbia. Some don't, most cities don't, and if they do, it is significantly higher than the median home price of the actual city itself. So typically when people are moving to Orange County, they're surprised. Obviously, Orange County is expensive. There's no two ways about that. But the amount of people who said, hey, I'm selling my 2-bedroom condo for $1.5 million and I'm moving to Orange County and getting a 5-bedroom house for $1 million. I mean, obviously it depends where you're looking, but what you get for your money versus what you get in the city, it oftentimes can be a lot more. Now, if you're moving from Chicago, it's not going to be the case. But if you're moving from New York, San Francisco, San Jose, even some places in Los Angeles, even Miami, you're going to get a big sticker shock in a good way. They're able to buy more. But the real reason is safety, good schools, overall suburbia, and it's nice, neat, and clean. Orange County is not a city. So I'm going to go through the things that you gain from moving to Orange County. Number one is the overall lifestyle upgrade. Biggest thing is going to be weather. I am filming this in March, and I can tell you all winter, we have been going down to the beach, watching sunsets, and it's been 70 pretty much degrees all the way through the entire winter, where most of the cities that I just mentioned, literally this last year, just got hammered with horrible weather, and some still are, whereas we're going to a sunset dinner tomorrow night, and it's going to be 72 degrees at 5 p.m. on the ocean. So that is where the overall lifestyle upgrade, one, weather's the big, like, I don't want to say the biggest thing, but like, obviously it is huge. It's also underrated. People don't really realize that you're going to be able to go to the beach on, Christmas Eve, which forget, like, the idea of that is you have good weather all the way year round. Second thing is quieter, cleaner, and more suburban. So Orange County isn't a city. It's a county, obviously, but there are 34 different cities within Orange County. Now, those different cities will have somewhat different lifestyles within them. So for example, you have pockets of cities that will be similar, and then you have other pockets that are different than that. Like if you want safe suburban South Orange County, you could pretty much say Mission Viejo, Aliso Viejo, Rancho Santa Margarita, Ladera Ranch, Laguna Hills, Rancho Santa Margarita. I might be repeating myself here, but those are all relatively similar cities. Now, on the flip side, you might be looking for something that has a little bit more lifestyle going on, where you would look at maybe Costa Mesa, Newport Beach, Laguna Beach, maybe San Clemente, Huntington, like Fullerton, Anaheim, Santa Ana. You might be looking at those different types of cities, whether it be coastal or not. So within the county itself, you have different areas or different cities rather that kind of go in different lifestyle directions. So whichever one you're looking for, unless you want like the, downtown LA, Miami Beach lifestyle like that, you're not going to have that in Orange County. But you can drive an hour to LA, you can drive an hour south to Orange or to San Diego and be in the gas lamp in an hour. So it's not that you can't have those things, it's just Orange County doesn't really have those. So we did a video recently on the safest cities in all of California, and I think it was 3 out of the 10 cities were all in Orange County. So 30% of the safest cities in the entire state are in Orange County. And I think last year was 5, to be honest. I think that ticked down for whatever reason. But overall, Orange County has some of the safest cities, period. And honestly, living here, the cities that are on the list, I'm like, well, shoot, there's probably 5 or 6 other cities that could be just as safe as any of those. I wouldn't have thought anything different. So whatever metrics they use to track, whatever's the safest, like you could argue all of Orange County has 10 cities. They're all as safe as the top 3 in Orange County that were on there. My point is overall, very, very safe. The other thing with that is overall with community. Now, this is going to be relatively dependent on the actual city and neighborhood that you move to. But in general, when you look at a city, nobody knows anybody. You're in an apartment building or, like nobody talks to anybody, head down. Everyone's rude, think like New York and all that, like just overall vibe you get there. But versus Orange County, you're going to have cul-de-sacs, you're going to have families, you're going to have more of that because that is who wants to live in Orange County overall. Not everybody, obviously, but a vast majority of the people that are moving to Orange County fit kind of this criteria, and good schools go in that conversation as well too. Orange County has overall some of the most fantastic schools. Irvine, Laguna Beach, Newport are some of the best school districts, period. But Orange County, like especially South Orange County, has exceptionally good schools, over like disproportionately better schools than most areas. North Orange County has pockets of excellent schools as well too. Now, what is spurring the move to Orange County? There's a few different things that have happened in the world that have made living in Orange County, let's say, more accessible. The remote work is probably the biggest one. So there were a tremendous amount of people that when remote work, people are just fully remote working in a home studio like I have here, or home office rather, is they can live wherever they want. They don't need to be tied to a 30 minute to an hour commute from Los Angeles, for example. So in 2019, for example, if you were working in Los Angeles downtown in the city and you wanted to live in Orange County, if you move to Irvine, you're still a good hour and a half away from work, barring traffic. Now, with remote work, if you're only going in once or twice a week, that hour and a half commute is not nearly as bad if you're not doing it 5 days a week. Also, fully remote made a massive impact of people moving from all over the place. Second thing is we have seen a lot of big businesses move into Orange County. So we've seen a lot in the Irvine area, a lot in the Lake Forest area, a lot in the Costa Mesa area as well too, which is bringing more jobs literally to Orange County. And they're actually moving here in large part, not because of taxes, we know that, but because they know that people want to live here, which is a huge benefit as well too. Now let's go ahead and talk about the overall trade-offs, because obviously not everything's rainbows and butterflies with Orange County. There's going to be trade-offs anywhere. So number one biggest trade-off is it's generally more expensive than wherever you're currently living. The real estate itself, like if you're living in a $2 million house in North Carolina, you're probably going to move to a $2 million house here. So it's not so much the price of the real estate, it's the overall cost of living in Orange County. Everything typically is a little bit more expensive, unless you're moving from a place like Manhattan or San Francisco. You're actually going to be cheaper here. So we see both ends of the spectrum here where people are upgrading their lifestyle to be able to live here. And that is a little bit of a shock. We've also seen just as much the opposite, where we've had tons of clients that are selling a condo in San Francisco or Seattle or New York, and they're moving to Orange County, and they're like, this is what you get for $2 million? Like, I just sold a 1-bedroom condo for $2 million, and I can get pretty much whatever I want here in Orange County. And it's like, well, yeah. So that overall, if you look at it, like in my perspective, totally changed on Orange County, because I grew up here and was just told, obviously, that it's so expensive. But in relation to some of these other areas, it's actually not. So that's going to be super dependent upon where you're actually moving from. And that's a good segue, too, to talk about you and your unique situation. So no two moves are the same, and especially if you're from out of the area. One thing that we do for our clients is a home buyer strategy session where we go through the entire process. Because if you bought real estate before, not in Southern California, like literally Northern California works differently than Southern California, and the rest of the country works a little bit different than we do here as well too. So just because you have purchased properties before does not mean that you're familiar with how it works in Orange County. So anyway, we do this with all of our customers. Is we do what we call, it's free, no cost, no obligation, a home buyer strategy session where we go over three things. The first is what our clients are doing to take advantage of the market. The second is how we keep you protected through the whole process. And the third thing is how we get our clients the best deal possible, regardless of circumstances. So if you would be interested in doing that, I'm going to put the link in the description below to book a call with our team. If you want to watch the video on that page, give you a little bit more information on it, go for it. But basically, our client care team will reach out to you and figure out what you're looking for, and we will partner you with an area expert who will walk you through that. They'll walk you through your home search, and they'll probably take a good 6 months off your home search. So if you're thinking about doing this in the future, I highly encourage you to start this process earlier. So that link is in the description below, and let's get back to the video. Now, the actual cost of real estate is going to be really dependent, like I just said, on what you're looking for. So I'm just going to go to our website here, onyxhomes.com, and I'm going to type in Orange County. Now, for the record too, if you want to get on our off-market listings, if you go here, click this guy, you're going to be able to sign up for this. We send this email out every single Thursday with whatever off-market properties we find. But if you just want to see what's actively on the market, you can come over here to Orange, looking for County of Orange. Don't do the city because you'll get wildly disappointed at the number of homes for sale. So Orange County, and then I'm going to go to the map view just so we can see the whole thing. So if we are zoomed all the way out, where's Orange County? So if you come in here, if you're not super familiar with where Orange County's at, well, San Francisco, Sacramento, right? We're all the way down here in South Orange County. You're a 45-minute flight away from Vegas. You're an hour drive from San Diego. You're roughly an hour drive to Los Angeles, downtown area, let's say. And then you're an hour and a half away from the mountains. If you want to go snowboarding or skiing, you can go to Big Bear up here. So anyway, this right here is Orange County. Now, from a median home price perspective, you're looking at $1.2 million is the median. All right, so if I take just the most affordable homes that are for sale in Orange County altogether, you can see that you can buy townhome condos for the $300,000 range, and then you can get up into $500 or $600. So it's not that everything in Orange County is incredibly expensive. There are certainly affordable houses. Now, are there the best areas and the best everything? No, of course not, but that's why they're more affordable. Now, on the flip side of that, the highest end margin of Orange County is in that $50-60 million range. Every once in a while, we'll see a very unique property come up in the higher price point than that. But there's a lot in that $30-40 million range. So where you're looking is just really going to depend on your overall price point. I would say for the median of $1.2 million, let's just look at like what you get for $1 million versus, that's 100,000 versus let's say 1 to 1.5. Right, in all kinds of different areas, you're going to see a mixture of townhome condos in some cities, and you're going to see single-family residence in others, right? You can get a 4-bed, 3-bath. This is in Mission Viejo. This is the city that I live in. 415, you're getting a larger single-family home. This thing looks like it's been relatively recently upgraded, right? You're in a little bit older home versus you might be in a coastal town where, let's zoom in over here on like Huntington by the Water or Newport or Costa Mesa, where 1.5 you might be getting. Here's one for just under $1.5 million. We're looking at a 2-bed, 2.5-bath townhome, 1,500 square feet, right? So you're going to see a wild difference in what you get for your money based on where you're actually looking. And this is the thing where obviously the closer you get to the ocean, the more expensive things are. And typically the farther you go south overall, generally speaking, the more expensive things are as well too. All right, now I'm going to list off some cities that if you wanted to narrow down your search, obviously reaching out to our team, that'd be the first thing to do. But what you could do is I'm going to list a few different cities for different, let's say, types of home buyers that have moved to Orange County that we've seen the most of. Number one is you want a smaller city feel. So you're moving from a city and you don't want to totally go to suburbia. So you want a little bit of a city feel. I would look in Costa Mesa. I would look in Irvine, and I would look in Santa Ana. Would be the specific areas of Santa Ana if you want that city feel, right? So on the map, you can see these different areas here. Costa Mesa being the most central, let's say, or coastal rather. Irvine being the central hub to Orange County. It's also the largest and probably overall the most popular. And then you've got areas in Santa Ana that are good pockets as well too. And in Santa Ana, there are pockets that are also very desirable as well too. There's a lot of pockets that aren't as desirable, which again is why we say to reach out to a real estate professional. Now, probably the biggest demographic of people that move to Orange County is the people that want suburban, family-oriented feel. So here are some, in no really particular order, here are some cities that I think you should have on your list in your search. Ladera Ranch, Rancho Mission Viejo, Laguna Hills, Laguna Niguel, Rancho Santa Margarita, Aliso Viejo. And if you're noticing, these skew very heavily to South Orange County, which is not, it's just a lot of South Orange County is very similar. In Northern Orange County, you have Yorba Linda, Anaheim Hills would also fall into that category. You've got Rossmore. There's a few more, but those would be the major ones that I would consider. Now, if you want larger lots, larger homes, and you don't necessarily mind maybe a little bit older homes, I would say San Juan Capistrano, Yorba Linda, and one of my personal favorites is Villa Park. San Juan Capistrano is probably, in my opinion, the most undervalued large home, large lot city that is also very coastal. Yorba Linda has a ton of benefits to it, but you're all the way out here. As far as San Juan Capistrano, you're so close to the ocean down here in San Juan Capistrano, and you get a lot for your money. Now, not as good as schools, there's some areas that aren't as safe as like the safest cities in Orange County or California, but overall, really, really good value if that's what you're looking for. All right, so let's talk a little bit about what are the biggest mistakes that people make when moving to Orange County. Number one is assuming the whole entire county is Newport Beach. That's probably the biggest, or Laguna Beach, I guess. People watch a TV show and they think all of Orange County is Newport or Laguna or whatever, and it's very much not. I think it's actually a terrible representation of what Orange County really is. And yeah, it's TV. Obviously, it's not real. Maybe I shouldn't say obviously. Anyway, I think that's one overall big thing is there are groups of cities, which we kind of just walked through, which are really for a different type of person. And figuring out which cities fit you the best, I think is a great way to do it. Here is a pro tip that a lot of our customers have done, that we do this all the time for our customers like you who are coming in here, which is why I say reach out earlier, is for this. We do a concept which we call window shopping. So if you are looking for a home in Orange County and you're really not sure what you're looking for, first thing we would do is figure out what you are looking for, like get an idea of what you think. Do you like this? Do you like that? What do you hate? Is more like what we're looking for. And when you come out here, maybe on the first day, as we're looking at one house in every city, and the house itself is irrelevant. You're not going to buy the house. We're just trying to figure out what you do and do not like so we can eliminate things from your search. And then from there, we can say like, okay, I don't like HOAs. So we can eliminate the areas that are like cookie cutter looking HOAs. Or you can say that, oh, I don't want any type of road noise, or I don't want whatever. So we can start to narrow down your search over time, and we can zero in very quickly on what you're actually looking for. So, and it's by elimination, not by trying to find the perfect place. I think a lot of home buyers in general, specifically ones relocating, get so hyper fixated on trying to find the house they want to buy that we should start zooming out and be like, what do we not want? And start eliminating from there. That's probably the number one mistake people make. So overall, who loves moving to Orange County? It's if you want safe, if you want suburbia, if you want good schools, if you want all the things we talked about in this video, if you want fantastic weather, and if you want a place that's very, very safe for long-term appreciation of real estate, I think it is one of the best. Obviously, I'm biased, but we have just seen home values across the country right now today get beat up for the last 2 years because the market, maybe places like Idaho or Nevada or Texas, prices went crazy. They went honestly just as high as Orange County prices did, and then they fell down dramatically. Orange County went up dramatically like crazy. We've seen huge price appreciation, and it stayed steady. Orange County is one of the very few markets in the entire country right now that has actually seen modest price appreciation, meaning increase, through the last couple of years. That is also why investors that own in Orange County make terrible returns on their cash flow, because they feel, in my opinion, this is in general, that they feel that they're going to make their money through the appreciation, meaning the home prices are going to continue to increase, as opposed to making it up through cash flow. For example, if you're an investor buying in Orange County and you want to cash flow your property, you're probably going to have to put 50 or 60% down in order to do that. Versus in a lot of other markets, you can put 20% down and have a cash flowing property. So the investors that own in Orange County are long-term hold. They're not buying it for the cash flow. They're buying it for the appreciation. So I think overall, those major reasons, if that is what you're looking for, I think Orange County is hard to beat. And if you like this video, first of all, like and subscribe to the channel. And then I have this next video that I think you're really going to like as well too.